South Dakota men's basketball team continues its hot start to the season with a win last weekend over Mayville State. And here to talk a little bit more about that and what's coming up later this week is head coach Todd Lee. And Todd, Mayville State comes in here. It's an NAIA program. You're expected to win those games comfortably, and that's exactly what happened. But overall, as you look at it now, how'd you feel about your performance in that game?
I felt good. It was good for us to win a game like that. We beat Mount Marty by 15 or something, like 16 or something, but we haven't had a blowout, win where you can play the bench and guys can have some fun. A lot of our games now, we've won every home game by double digits, but they haven't been like that. I did feel good about the way we shared the basketball. We had 24 assists and only 4 turnovers. Now, we went against zone the entire time, so you shouldn't turn the ball over much. They did press some, but we shared the basketball. Guys did a good job. We had some stretches where we were very good defensively. So you want to win those games comfortably, and that's what we did. And so you have to feel good about that.
All right, then you move your attention forward to a much more challenging week ahead in terms of the opponents anyway. You've got Northern Colorado at the Pentagon on Friday, and then Kansas City comes to town on Sunday as you wrap up your pre-Christmas schedule. And Northern Colorado's a team that's really turned it around. Last couple of years, they've won a lot of games. This is going to be a tough team to face on Friday night. So what do you see when you look at the Bears? What really stands out about them?
Well, Coach Linder does a great job. They're really well coached. They've won a lot of games, as you said. They play really hard. They defend really. They're one of the best three-point field goal percentage defense teams in the country. They've got good size, very skilled. And as you know, they came here and beat us 2 years ago. Coach Smith's, I think, 26-win team, Northern Colorado came and beat them at the Pentagon. And so they're a team and a program that's used to winning. And they're playing really well right now. They just went into Wyoming and beat them by 20. And I don't care who you are. You go on the road, a guarantee game, and you're playing a Mountain West team and you beat them by 20. That's a very good win. So it's going to be a tough game. And hopefully, I think we're going to have good weather, and we should have a lot of red at the Pentagon.
Well, when you look at it from your point of view and not so much focused on what the other team does, and them being Northern Colorado, obviously, what do you think about your team and what you guys are going to have to do well in this particular matchup to be successful and put yourselves in a position to get another win here? We're
going to have to defend. They run some interesting actions. We're going to have to defend them well. We'll have to shoot the ball well. Now, they do defend a 3. We can post them up at different positions, and we do that. We post up our guards. We post up Stan. We post up Hags. And so we can post them up. I think the recipe is always the same, rebound the basketball. But we're going to have to play well to win that game.
And coming back home here to the Sanford Coyote Sports Center on Sunday against Kansas City. This, of course, a look at what we're going to see down the road as Kansas City is getting set to come back into the Summit League after a few years in the WAC. What do you know about the Roos? And I know just last year you saw them and they got you. So how do you turn the tables on them this time around?
Yeah, we've already talked about it with our guys. That's a game we're up 8 or 10 in the second half and ended up being a 1-point game. We're up and then we foul. And they end up beating us here. So they've got a new coach. He does a great job. He was an assistant at Northwestern. He's a head coach at Wright State for a long time. And so I have not watched them at all. Don't know much about them. I followed their scores, obviously, and they're going to be in our league. Next year, we're going to play them 3 times because this is a home and home this year. Okay. And then we go back there, and then we play them twice in league. Man. So we're going to see UMKC a lot, and this year and next year. So we're going to prepare for Northern Colorado. We do owe UMKC after they came in here and snuck one out last year and beat us. So it's a big week for us. We've got some time to prepare. Our guys are finishing the academics right now in finals. And, we've got some time to work on us today. And we're going to take tomorrow off because a lot of our guys have finals. And then you can see the stress off our guys once finals are over. Their minds right now, they're busy. They're doing papers. They're getting ready for their tests. So it's an important week for us as we prepare for Summit League.
I think one of the important questions coming into the week would obviously be health of Tristan Simpson, and we talked last week, and you weren't quite sure where he was at. Is he going to be available yet this week? Or?
Well, we're going to see how it goes this week. We'd like to get him back, and I think it'd be good for Tristan to be back before, he's been out for, if he doesn't come back, he'll be out for a month. You throw him into a game, and it's start the league, Summit League on the road. We'd like to get him back this week, even if it's for some limited time. But we'll have to see. We're going to see how it goes today in practice and then throughout the week, and we'll just wait and see. We want him back as soon as possible. Obviously, Jay, you know how important he is to our program and his leadership and how good a player he is. He's preseason first-team all-conference. So you can't replace him. The other guys are getting some valuable experience. I think Cruz is getting some valuable experience at the point, and I think that will help him and us later in the season. But you want Tristan healthy for the league and down the road, so you don't want to rush him back too early where you can re-injure that.
I certainly wish him the best of luck in that recovery process, and wish you the best of luck on what you said was a very important week for your program. So thanks for your time. As always, look forward to catching back up here after the holidays.
Thanks, Jay.